Next game is REME against the Lampeter Spartans.
Next game coming up then, Lampeter Spartans against REME. And once again, a big game for these sides. Did see earlier on a big game for REME against the Penguins. But now we turn our attention to the Spartans. The Spartans came up against a hot Preseli Barba's side, who are just absolutely on fire in that game. But they'll need a victory here, the Spartans, if they are to qualify for the Cup semi-finals.
A bit of volleyball early on to start this game. So a bit of a stumbling start, you might say, from both of these teams. But yeah, this should be a good one. If the REME side can get up to full tilt, as we saw them in round 2, and Lampeter very, very off colour in that first game, I think they'll look to respond back here. This could be a cracker as well.
REME straightening up here. They've been an interesting side throughout the series. They've been on fire in some games, and in others, they've been half asleep. But so far today, they've been in good form. And an opportunity here to break through the lines. And he's going to go all the way. Moku wearing 11. And under the sticks as well for his first try in Llanidloes.
Yeah, really good start from the REME team, and Moku, he just a little show and go. And again, it's one of those tackles where you think the attacker is going to pass the ball, so you let go of him to try and rally back and help your teammates in defence, and then he dummies you and goes through the gap. A really good start from Moku and REME.
Yeah, REME, they look a strong outfit, don't they, in this competition today?
Yeah, probably the most physically imposing team we've got here on show today. And, when they get the legs pumping, there's some big men in there to stop.
As we see straight away, the restart claimed by REME. The ball in the hands of Seniloni. Straight into the tackle, big collision. And it's a penalty against the Spartans. So REME.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit harsh, maybe. He ducked into the tackle there. Huge collision in the midfield. David Jones did really well to take that hit, but yeah, maybe a little bit harsh.
Shane Davis making the tackle for the Spartans. But REME work it towards the far side where Ledua is waiting. Ledua manages to find the offload. Questions of if it went forward. The referee does decide that it had gone forward, so it'll be a scrum here for the Spartans, and the Spartans yet to really get out of first gear in the heart of Wales Sevens.
Yeah, obviously it's a tough prospect in that first game against the Preseli Barbas. But this will be one of the games they're targeting to win. As we've said, they've been one of the best sides through the first 2 rounds, and they'll want to really improve here, but slow start so far.
Shane Davis finds the support of Harry Morgan. Osian Jones. David Jones. No, it isn't, but the Spartans cutting back inside. Shane Davis here. Moves it to Will Hockenhull. Ball just about behind Ryan Doherty. Doesn't seem to be many options. What a risky pass that was. And Osian Jones is absolutely swarmed by REME players. But but it's still there for the Spartans as that pass looks to have gone forward.
Yeah, big hit in the midfield. Valentini, that pass, initial pass from Jones was dangerous, wasn't it? Valentini was lurking, and we've seen him in round 2, how dangerous he can be as well. There's some big contacts out there in this game so far. A bit more of a defensive battle than what we've seen so far, but you know, both of these teams not willing to give an inch.
Must be said, REME have got some quick players to come off the bench as well. We saw Mack earlier getting 2 tries. Hendricks also a bit of a handful. So there's plenty of options for REME when they turn into the second half. Ball still there for Leone.
Yeah,
Pex onto Nikello.
I think they do carefully choose their teams in these games, don't they? They keep players back for certain games. I think we haven't seen Saki today either. Tends to be a later round player, and he makes a big impact as well.
David Jones bides his time, and then the last pass on a plate for Rhyn Davies under the sticks, and this should be even Stevens.
Yeah, nicely worked try from the Spartans. Nice quick kick over as well as we approach half-time, and just through the hands, had numbers on the outside, used them well, and just enough pace to get around the corner and under the posts.
So 7 each as we approach the half. Good restart from the try scorer, but into the long arms of Ledua. Ball still there for REME as they work their way down the narrow side with Moku. Once again, down the short side, it's launched back in by Ledua. Now there's some pressure from the Spartans, but a missed tackle from Jack Williams. Oh, and there's some afters there. A big push from one of the REME players. Play goes on regardless. Things are starting to get a little bit fiery out there as we see another big tackle in the middle of the park.
Seneloli there with a huge shot in the midfield, and he's been shown a yellow card. That's a big moment in this game.
Well, there was some pushing and shoving off the ball as well, so you can tell how much this means to both sides. And the ball bouncing over the touchline. So half-time, and the scores are level. Lampeter Spartans and REME, a big game. It's essentially a win takes REME through to the semi-finals of the Cup. So everything still to play for.
Half-time score, Spartans 7, REME 7.
Second half about to get underway here. REME to kick things off with Nakello. Spartans keeping the ball alive here. Rhys Davies.
Numbers.
Rhys Davies now wearing 6. Back inside, he's got some pace. Does Rhys Davies. Osian Jones with the ball in hand and support on the far side. And it looks like it's going to be into the corner. Try awarded for Lampeter Spartans. Jack Williams wearing 13. And it is the absolutely perfect start to the second half for the Spartans. Whatever was mentioned at half-time must have made a difference.
Yeah, really good work there in the midfield from Osian Jones and Rhys Davies to manufacture that opportunity. I think it was Rhys Davies had to do a bit of spinning around and offload, and that got the space outside for Davies to go into the corner. Tight try into the corner. I'm not sure what's the problem here. There's Rhys Davies is just saying something to the referee, but the kick is well off anyway. But a really fast start for the Spartans, and that's more like it from the Spartans.
12-7 to the Spartans. The start of this second half. And it looks like they're playing the long game here, taking their time ever so slightly. Running down the clock, maybe. The Spartans. Good kick. And it's alive. REME with the ball in hand and sidestepping through a couple of tackles. Ladua, but it's been dropped forward. As we see Rhys Davies throw an audacious pass out the back door. But Rhys Davies now keeping the ball alive. Good opportunity here for the Spartans to get another score on the board. Osian Jones bides his time. Oh, superb from Osian Jones. And he goes under the post as well. And Jones with a perfect line to break through. Conversion is good as we see the Spartans sum up to 19.
Yeah, another really good piece of play from Osian Jones. It was Tabua looking for the big shot in the midfield there, but Osian Jones saw it coming, managed to fend him off and crosses for another try, and that came off that big mistake, that big knock-on, just handed that opportunity to the Spartans.
The restart is high and REME punch a hole straight through the defence. On the edges this time. And it's Budilovski with the tackle. Mack to Ladua. Ladua not too sure where to turn. Out the back door it goes. Now there's an opportunity to show some pace. Seni Lully to Nakello. Nakello face to face with Budilovski. Spartans look organised, but here's the injection of pace from Mack. Mack still on his feet, still pushing forward. The ball is free. Oh, and it does pop out in the end to REME and Moku. Moku offloads to Bua, and it's a penalty against REME, and we'll see a card once again here. Yes, another yellow, Tabua this time. You can see the frustration from the REME players. It's not quite going their way.
Yeah, this game's becoming a real scrap at the minute, isn't it? REME looking to impose their physical presence on teams, but Lampeter proving they're well up for the fight and they're matching that physicality.
And here goes Budilovski. He's got pace. He's going to go into the corner, dots it down. And the Spartans, 24 points by now. You'd imagine with the time left on the clock, that is enough to get a victory for the Spartans.
Yeah, quick advantage taken of that yellow card. Budalovsky, first time we've really called his name today, was you know, a really ever-present feature in round 2. Haven't seen too much of him so far today, but could that be the start of his good play today? First try on the board for him.
Conversion is wide. So 24 points to 7 for Lampeter. And they will be facing off the Flying Penguins in the last game of the group. If they could get another win, it would most certainly ensure their place in the Cup semi-final. Bear in mind, REME, they'll have 1 game break before they face the Preseli Barbars, which is a challenge in itself, even if we have 2 games break to face the Barbars. But a quick turnaround for REME.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle, isn't it, for them? And, you know, we've seen the kind of Jekyll and Hyde of this REME team already here today. Pretty good in the first game against the Flying Penguins, and especially in this second half, they haven't quite got to that level yet. It'll be frustrating for them that they a little bit inconsistent. You know, as we said in round 1, they were, as they said themselves actually on their own social media this week, that they were disappointed by their performance in round 1, but came back to win the plate in round 2. And again today, it's been a bit of a mixed bag from them.
Mikello gets the ball out. Miller with the ball in hand. Takes the contact as he puts the grubber through. But the Spartans look comfortable now. Thomas Jones wearing 15. Gets it away to Heer Jones. Thomas Jones again with the ball in hand. 1-on-1. Oh, lovely feet to beat the first man. Thomas Jones pokes it through. The chase is on. And first to it is a Lampeter Spartan into the corner. It's a try for number 12. And we don't actually have a 12 on our team sheet, which is a real shame because that was a lovely try.
It was a great try, yeah, really well worked again from the Spartans, just scrapping to keep everything alive, and they work the ball inside, work an angle, and unfortunately we can't give the scorer the flowers he deserves. They probably changed shirts again, the Spartans, which isn't ideal, but yeah, really good second half from them, hasn't it? They've 7-all at half-time. They've just put the foot on the gas in the second half, and they've blown REME away, really, in the second half. Kick is offline, but won't matter too much.
And that is it. The Spartans victorious against REME, 29 points to 7 after a good start from REME. They did tail off by the end, so the Spartans 29 points to 7.